Approximately 48.3 million Americans experience mental illnesses each year. That is 1/5 of the population. Since there are so many people who struggle with mental illnesses, it's reasonable to assume that everyone has a high possibility to face mental issues. They will either deal with these struggles firsthand or have a loved one in need of help in their lifetime. Growing as a national culture that encourages people to reach out to those in distress instead of fearing them is important. However, there's an even more vital reason people need to be prepared for mental illnesses: suicide. Suicide is an epidemic, and it's not one that we often feel comfortable talking about, but we should. Every year there are approximately 43,193 Americans who die by suicide. For every successful suicide, there are 25 failed attempts. Unsuccessful suicides often lead to brain damage, permanent brain damage. And suicides are directly related to mental illness. 90% of the people who commit suicide were under the influence of a diagnosable mental illness. These deaths are unnecessary, and yet, often, they are preventable. There are a few things we can do to help. To start with, we can teach people early how to spot and deal with these mental illnesses. Teach somebody what to do whenever they wake up one morning and they realize they're too weak to get out of bed. Or a girl realizes that even though she looks completely normal, she perceives herself much larger and totally loses sight of herself. This information can easily be brought to people early by teaching them about it in school. Because, we're going to be facing it at some point, so why don't we learn it? I could probably tell you right now, off the top of my head, the quadratic equation. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So why can't we all, if we all know that, why can't we all say, what's the most deadly mental disorder? Most people don't know. Few people know. It's anorexia. What I learned about anorexia in high school is that it was all about attention and to ignore them. That is literally what I had teachers tell me, coaches tell me. That is what I heard from people. We desperately, desperately need students to understand mental illnesses, just the basics. Just understand that anorexia, the thing that people make fun of, is the most likely mental disorder to kill a person. Why don't we know that? 2, let's teach families of mental illness about it. There's a lot of evidence that shows that mental illness is hereditary. Children with depressed mothers, twice as likely to become depressed. If you have kids, then you need to find a program. You need to learn about it, and you need to make good mental health care a family tradition. We can dismantle the fear around mental illnesses, the stigma around it. It's considered taboo to even speak about it, so how can we expect children to speak out and say, I need help? It's really all about everybody doing it on their own. Everybody just being more open and understanding. Talking about suicidal ideations as it is a very hard thing to do because people will immediately say that you're selfish because they understand that suicide is going to hurt them, but what they don't understand is that you don't understand that. Whenever you have major depression, you have a major misperception of yourself. You will often view yourself as evil. People have reported feeling like the devil, like a parasite, like a tornado trapped inside, destroying everything around them. And when people commit suicide, it's because they are tired of hurting people and they don't think they can get better. If you want to help, sign up for NAMI.com, where you can get all the information to inform yourself. And you can even donate so that they can help schools and families across the nation. Together, we can save thousands.